Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Wednesday, June 17. Some light showers out there, scattered, isolated in some parts. And we're going to see some more of that continue until we see this upper level low pull on out of here, as it is getting set to do, giving us some warmer temperatures. A very warm weekend, about where we should be temperature wise. And then we'll see shower and storm chances roll through much of next week. Your updated forecast in just a few moments. I quite often just want to feel like starting the show just like this with my head in my hand, and more often than not, it's for human error on my part for some reason. I don't do that, but tonight I guess I am. A bit of an apology and an explanation to throw out there real quickly. I'm going to chalk this up for a couple of different things, being super busy here as of late on a whole lot of different fronts, news and print shop wise and otherwise, but also for not listening very clearly as well, which I've caught myself doing a few times here as of late. In this particular instance, as my family would agree, I've been receiving, or I had received a few days ago, several days ago, I guess, a few messages or calls about our show not being on our YouTube channel and on our website. And those kind of came at the same time that I'd taken a few days off or roundabout, and I just didn't listen very well and assumed, also gets you in trouble sometimes, that was the reason for them. Well, there wasn't any shows on those few days, so they didn't see the message that there wasn't any news for a few days. But I've been back since that little break that I took for 2 or 3 days, for about 2 weeks now or so. And after a few phone calls today, one from Sharon Slusher, I hope you're watching tonight. I hope you're able to watch tonight. She called from Michigan, and she's one of our many subscribers on our YouTube channel, I believe, and on our Facebook page. I know I've got well over 1,000 folks who watch the YouTube channel, and an unknown number who watch the same broadcast, of course, on the Sagersville Independent Your News Today page. Anyway, she calls expressing some concern, wanting to know if she needed to resubscribe to get to see them or whatever. So I got to looking, and initially thought it was something else, but then realized all of the programs that I've been uploading have been set to private. And when they've been going to YouTube and then imported over to our website, they haven't been able to be seen by anyone else but us for 2 weeks now. Yeah, it's a little hard to swallow. My apologies to everyone. So I went through today, checked all of those previous shows. They're all on there once. Tonight's should be, and we're back to whatever normal for me ever was. I do apologize to all of our viewers who view via the internet, and thank you so much for watching from all over the country. It is amazing to hear from you, for better or worse, whatever the reason is. And more often than not, it's because I've done something wrong like this. Again, my apologies. With that said, local officials tonight announced their 5th case of COVID-19 here in Magoffin County. We'll also hear from the governor as well, and a lot of other news and information to pass along. We did come in tonight to learn of the sudden death of Congressman Andy Barr's wife. She passed away from a heart condition. It's unknown at this hour if it was a known heart condition or not, but at the age of 39 last night at their home. She is, of course, survived by their 2 small children, I believe both girls, if I'm not mistaken, and Congressman Andy Barr, who represents the 6th Congressional District of Kentucky. He's been in that position, I believe, since 2012, 2013. I've got an announcement for you, a good one. They will be opening. It's going to be here sooner than you think. The Magoffin County Farmers Market is going to open, but they're doing so at a temporary location. They have the lumber and they have some site work going on at where they've been having the Farmers Market in Magoffin County at the lower end of Sagersville and West Maple Street. But because of all of that going on down there, they're this year going to have to set up temporarily at the Magoffin County Extension Service, which is at red light number 4, I guess. So that's where the Farmers Market is going to be located when it opens July the 7th from 3 to 6. That's a Tuesday until they sell out. The Farmers Market is also accepting senior market vouchers and WIC market vouchers. Senior market vouchers can be picked up at your Magoffin County Senior Citizen Center by appointment only or calling 349-5152. The market is going to be open every Tuesday and Friday from 3 to 6 or until they sell out on those days. Due to COVID-19, they do ask that you practice social distancing and follow all, of course, the recommended guidelines. But the Farmers Market opening Tuesday, July the 7th at their temporary location at the Magoffin County Extension Service. Glad to hear they're going to be opening and serving a lot of folks in the county. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful service with a lot of wonderful products they have. Coming up in tomorrow's edition of the Sagersville Independent, before we get to our local headlines tonight, Heather has been talking for the most of this week on several different occasions to a local family who is looking for answers about a family pet that was killed, tied to a bumper of a vehicle. The dog, the rope, and that bumper off of that vehicle, all found and discovered. She'll tell you in tomorrow's paper what she's found. Also, plans about Community Day, how it's been placed on pause with what she's been able to gather thus far. Sample ballots for next Tuesday's election. Several indictments to pass along. Fiscal court meeting coverage. Throwback Thursday in that segment brought to you by Grover Arnett, attorney at law. We're going to take you back to 1964, where Sagersville was awarded the state's award-winning community designation, and Sagersville High School seniors on their way to D.C. for their senior trip, class of 64. You'll want to take that in tomorrow in our Throwback Thursday page, brought to you again by Grover Arnett, attorney at law. I'll be right back with the rest of the show.
Car accidents don't stop. Accidents at work don't stop. Disability and SSI cases don't stop. Your legal needs and concerns don't stop for the coronavirus, and neither does McFarland and Tinker. They are open, able to schedule appointments per CDC guidelines, and always available for telephone and video conferences. Please, be safe, be smart, stay home, and don't let your legal needs fall victim to the pandemic. Call McFarland and Tinker and let them take care of them for you.
The seasonal shop is open, and they're still doing curbside pickup, so you can call and place orders, and they'll still bring them out to you. And inside, you'll find all new merchandise throughout the entire store, all new spring and summer women's clothing from Charlie Page and Mud Pie, accessories, jewelry, shoes, and bags too, casual outfits for everyday or special occasion outfits and dresses. And if you've been home a lot and really want to freshen up your decor, they have so much to choose from, and they're happy to give you any fresh ideas that you might need. And just in, a large selection of Simply Southern and Candleberry at Fraser's Prater Drugs seasonal shop in downtown Sagersville. Just to let you know, it's back for one more week. The $5 off coupon will be out again in tomorrow's edition of the Sagersville Independent. That's $5 off any 16-piece or 20-piece family meal deal with all the fixins. And you get the chicken, of course, any way you like it. Famous, crispy, roast, a mixture thereof. $5 off, and you get the coupon for free when they give you a free Sagersville Independent at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. We've got another set of coupons, some different deals coming out next week, not tomorrow, which is Thursday, but in tomorrow's paper, you'll be able to get the $5 coupon again, only from your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Speaking of COVID tonight, as we have been each and every night since the word first appeared here, protesters at many locations, many big cities across our nation are starting to test positive for the disease. Increasing numbers of those in Houston, Texas have been diagnosed with COVID-19 after being a part of several protests. One specific county, Harris County, which of course Houston is there in, has been adding hundreds of new cases every day. So far, about 17,000 confirmed cases as of this week. Many folks who attended one particular rally, or if you will, protest, had 60,000 people at this one protest. And about 2 weeks later, now many of those individuals are starting to test positive. They believe, many of those, as have been quoted, that they contracted it at that protest. And here's some other news for you. The coronavirus model that was used at one time, at least at one time, by the White House, now says that, taking into account things like the protest and other things I'm about to share with you, that they believe we'll lose 200,000 Americans just by the 1st of October as a result of the coronavirus. That number has been increased by more than 30,000 since this past week, taking into account a lot of states opening up, the lack of social distancing that's being used, and other data. As of today, about 117,000 people have died from the coronavirus. While we know that in other states, their numbers continue to skyrocket. Texas, Arizona, Florida, again, all reported their highest, again, daily total increases of the coronavirus. Florida, 2,783 yesterday. Texas, 2,622. Arizona, 2,392 yesterday. The Virginia Department of Health confirms almost 54,000 confirmed cases today. They have seen 1,478 coronavirus deaths thus far. And when you focus in here closer to home, Pike County, 3 new cases announced this week. One a 36-year-old woman, a 62-year-old male, 1 minor. Pike County now at 53 cases. Harlan County has seen several new cases. They're up to about 15 now, with a teenager being the latest. And Heather Oni, my editor in tomorrow's Independent, will be giving you the number of new cases in just the past 7 days of the surrounding county area to us here in Magoffin. And I think it's well over 2 dozen in just the past few days. I think that number is even actually higher. She will have that. So with all of that in consideration, local officials tell me that they believe the majority of citizens have become complacent and that it's going to take things getting much worse before that majority takes it more seriously, as Magoffin County today confirms its 5th case of COVID-19. Here's the response to that information and those remarks from Public Health Director Pete Shepard and Magoffin County Judge Executive Matt Wireman.
Well, I was thinking that maybe after Memorial Day, a week or two after, we would start seeing the spike, because a lot of the people wasn't social distancing. Everybody was getting together, and that's kind of burned true now. But we're about 2 to 3 weeks out from Memorial Day, and we've took a lot of guidelines, a lot of the requirements off of people, and a lot of people, I think, have just decided not to take it serious anymore. And this is the result.
Tell me about the results, or what you can, of this most recent case that puts us at 5 today.
You know, we had a positive case reported today, a male. He was asymptomatic. He went to the doctor to be tested because he was going to have some procedures in the hospital, and he did test positive. But he is asymptomatic. We have contacted him and all the people that he had close contact with over the last 2 or 3 days, and they've all agreed to be isolated, and we will be checking on them. But like I say, he is asymptomatic, and I think that he was going to have his family tested. I'm not for sure on that, but I'm pretty sure he was. But he was asymptomatic, and he'll be isolated for 14 days. And plus, we've got 2 other cases that are still under quarantine, and they'll be off in probably another week. They'll be out of quarantine, but they're both now showing being asymptomatic too. So, but like you say, we didn't have any cases for the first 2 or 3 months, so now we're starting to see cases here in Pikeville. Floyd Johnson's also starting to see cases in Morton County. So it seems like Eastern Kentucky's a little delayed just because of where we're at, but now it's getting here. And I see people. I was in the stores today with people no mask on, with employees with no mask on, and they're supposed to be wearing masks. And it's really hard to police and tell these people when they don't want. They see me come in, they put them on, we walk out, they take them off. So it's I don't know. It's people better be aware, because it's here. Luckily, we haven't had any deaths, and most of our cases have been asymptomatic. So I'm just hoping for the best. But now we are prepared for the worst at the health department. We think it's going to spike and get worse as the summer goes on.
Is there any policing or enforcing that either of you guys can do in your capacity as mayor and judge to
the
try
health department the health department does have the ability to go in and tell people, the businesses, to force their employees to wear a mask. We have to first write a letter, cease and desist, and then if they don't do it, then it has to go through a court process, which is, with the court systems kind of being closed down, it's hard to do. But it's a long, drawn-out process. Most of the businesses that haven't complied, I've just went and talked to them, and everything's been okay. But the ones that were compliant are now not complying, and that really don't make no sense to me, because they were doing great for the first few weeks, and now it just seems like I say, everybody's just saying, well, I ain't going to have to worry about it anymore. But we do, we really do. It's here, and it's serious.
Is it safe to say that we, as a community at large, just in general, were, back when the virus hadn't made its way to Magoffin County and a few other Eastern Kentucky counties, we were doing more when it wasn't here to protect ourselves and our neighbors than we are now that it is here?
Yeah, because the governor had wanted everybody to stay home. We closed schools. We've done all the things that we should be doing. But now, if you go out on the road now, there's no people staying at home anymore like they were. Just maybe just a select few, like some of the elderly and some of the people that's medically compromised. But it looks to me like everybody's just business as usual. And when you start business as usual and not doing some of the mandated things that the governor said, and also doing the things that you're supposed to voluntarily do, such as the mask and washing the hands, then you start seeing problems like we're starting to see.
Judge, your thoughts?
Well, again, we got another asymptomatic case. Uh, that means that guy didn't know. How many do we have walking around, men and women, children that don't know? As we've said time and time again, the only way to stop this is by our own actions. If we don't do what we need to do and wear the mask when we're out in public, all we're doing is pushing this virus on top of everybody. I've said it the last time we spoke. We don't have the hospital bed capacity for a major outbreak. If we have that major outbreak, who's going to come to McGoffin County and Eastern Kentucky's rescue? We're seeing outbreaks in Harlan County, Letcher County, Pike County, where there are 7, 8, 9, 10 cases all in one day, and they're going back to groups. We're seeing other states where they've started going into the restaurants and bars and clubs, and 15, 20, 30 people being tested, coming back positive. This is no joke, folks, and we've got to do our part. One of the things that I learned back 25 years ago when I got out of the Army and worked as deputy sheriff for a little while and all the police trainings is that complacency kills. And once we start being complacent here, we're going to start causing folks to lose their lives over a virus when we simply could try to take our own actions and limit the amount of exposure that people have. It's all on us. If we don't do it on our own, we can't go out there and police 12,000 people in McGoffin County and make them put masks on. Can't happen. We got to do it on our own. And it's sad to say, but it's going to have to hit home here in a bad way before people really come to realize just how serious this is.
Try to go out and just a little bit of positive information, Judge. Census numbers today are not where they need to be by any means, but they are encouraging.
Absolutely. Last time we spoke, that I spoke to you on air, we were at 35.6, 35.7. As I pulled it up today, we're at 43.4. That's not a major jump, but that's 7%. The prior week, we went up less than 1%. The state is at 65 and the nation is at 61. We've seen the census tract for the city of Syersville go from about 20 to 35.2 over the past couple of weeks. So people are filling those censuses out, and we appreciate that, but we still got to get caught up. We got to be above the national average, so we make sure that we get our part. But it is encouraging to see that the word's getting back out again, and people have done it. Like I said, 7% jump's a pretty big jump. That's one of the bigger ones we've had.
Also, at the end of that interview earlier today, I asked Shepard if he could confirm that the McGoffin County High School girls basketball program had suspended practice just 3 days in after a player, as I understand, had come into contact with someone else who had come into contact with a positive case.
From what I'm understanding, the school has suspended one of the sports programs due to a potential contact with an individual in one of the cases. The individual that has the COVID, any person that comes in direct contact with them is to be isolated or quarantined. And anybody that comes in contact with the people that have come in contact with him or her, they are just told they can carry on, but they're asked to wear a mask and do the thing like that. But they're not to be isolated. They can go ahead regular business as usual. So it's my understanding that one of the sports programs might have had an individual that would come in contact with a secondary contact, not the primary contact or the individual that had the COVID virus or the primary contact with them, but had come in contact with another contact with them. So it's kind of down the food chain as far as you want to say. And I think it's just precautionary. I don't think there's any danger. But what we do with those individuals that have that secondary contact, we tell them, we tell the people to tell them to try to wear a mask, and do the other things, wash your hands, and stay out of public as much as possible. So I think the school system made a wise decision. It's just precautionary. I don't think there's a lot of potential for a problem there, but just to be on the safe side, they've done that, and I agree 100% with it.
Now let's go on to what's happening real quickly on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar.
Yeah, a couple of important announcements from a couple of very important organizations for tomorrow. First off, the Water into Wine Food Pantry will be having their Senior Commodity Day tomorrow. That is 12:30 till 2 o'clock tomorrow. Those on the waiting list, those clients can be served from 2 till 3 tomorrow. Again, at the Water into Wine Food Pantry over at the Lakefront Church of God on Route 30. The other announcement also relates to commodities. It's from our McGoffin County Seniors Citizen Center. Their food boxes to their seniors will be distributed tomorrow from 12:30 till 2:30. And remember, that's at the McGoffin County High School where they're doing their drive-through service. Stay in your car. Make sure that you write your name on a piece of paper in as big a lettering as you can. Put it in the passenger side windshield and just get in line, pull up. They'll take care of you and send you on your merry way. It's really nice and a really great service. And a really great way that they're doing that to make sure that everyone can stay as safe as possible. So the Senior Center at the McGoffin County High School tomorrow, 12:30 till 2:30. And you don't even have to let them know you're coming to volunteer. You can go up, show up, take a mask with you, but go up and help them because it indeed is a worthwhile service that they do, and they need all the volunteers they can get. I promise you, you will be glad you did and leave there with a very rewarding feeling. Free sports physicals the rest of this week and all of next, Monday through Friday, 8 till 4 at the ARH Sagersville Clinic behind the Sagersville Subway. You need to call for an appointment, 349-6500. And you can call or Facebook or email or shout it out. However, you can get your announcement to me if you want it heard on the program. It's as simple as that and doesn't cost anything either. I'll be glad to tell everyone else about it. And that wraps it up for our calendar tonight. I'll be right back with the rest of the show. Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to ConleyTire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by. For huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. Times have changed. Now, and suddenly, more than ever. Our lobbies might be closed, but the Sagersville National Bank wants to remind our customers that we're still here. We're still working to provide our community with as many services as possible. During this time especially, we encourage all of our customers to take advantage of all the options we offer to manage your accounts from the convenience of your home. 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, 24-hour telephone banking, remote deposit, automatic loan payments, and wire transfers are also still available to our customers. And we're still here during our normal hours. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5. And the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400. All Pro understands that we are all just trying to make it through these most difficult of times, and they want you to know that they're here to help with any repairs or projects that you need done. Big or small, doesn't matter. They've got 0% financing for 18 months and long-term financing if you need it. If you need anything from a new gutter to a new house or a new garage, call All Pro Gutter Works and Construction, 349-9999. There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And just in time for warm weather, they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785.
Appalachian Wireless knows community and connectivity are key. That's why they've created the Appalachian Wireless Advantage Plan. The Advantage Plan caters to the wants and needs of its customers. Flexible contract lengths, more opportunities to upgrade your device, lower upfront cost for a new device, while also having the possibility of lowering your monthly bill. The advantage is choosing Appalachian Wireless. But like the Advantage Plan, the choice is yours. Go in today to an Appalachian Wireless retail location for more details. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
I'm Hal Rogers, and I approve this message.
He fights for the mountains, for life, and for our president. He's Congressman Hal Rogers. When the world seems shaky, you need steady, proven leadership that delivers. Relief for workers and small businesses, holding China accountable for what they did, getting our economy moving again, and fighting the opioid crisis. That's Congressman Hal Rogers. Pro-life, pro-Trump, and pro-Kentucky.
Prior to the governor announcing today's update, he did announce a letter of intent, he says, that he is sending on to the federal level for a state-based exchange that will be similar to the Connect KYNECT program, which was taken down by former Governor Bevin. He says that this new exchange, this health insurance exchange, will be online by January the 21st. The governor's saying that back in 2018, Kentuckians paid almost $10 million for the federal exchange user fee, and that the one-time state-based exchange to get that program turned back on, essentially, as it still exists, it's just not turned on, will cost Kentucky right now $5 million and about $1 to $2 million a year thereafter. The governor says that overall, the state-based exchange would save about $3 to almost $4 million just in its first year for Kentuckians and their insurance premiums, and $8 to $9 million a year thereafter. He says that like other states who are going from a federal exchange to a state-based exchange, Kentucky too will be able to reduce premium costs to Kentuckians and offer them more health insurance opportunities.
We can save significant dollars that we can use to offset the cost of health care. Benefits of transitioning to a state-based exchange: provides Kentuckians a reduction in premiums, integrates with Medicaid program offering a single door to access coverage. So this is one of the incredible things that we can do to help people as they may start on Medicaid or expanded Medicaid. But as we want to provide job training and ultimately move people off into a better life, we can move them directly onto the exchange, potentially never having to change the doctors that they see depending on the plans that we can sign them up for. We can provide continuity of their care, and we can eliminate disincentives where some folks might not want to have to enter a whole new network.
And also today, the governor announced another number of new cases, totaling 170. He also announced 6 additional deaths this evening.
All right, today's update is on total number of new cases, a pretty good update. So we are now that we're at Wednesday, we're past kind of the slowdown we always see because labs are closed on Sunday. So today we're announcing 170 new cases of the coronavirus. We don't want 170 new cases, but when you look at Arizona, a state that is 1.5 times our population, I believe, they had over 2,000 new cases yesterday. And there's only about a 20,000 difference overall in how many tests have been out there. So Kentuckians are doing a good job, but we got to remember what we see around us says it can come back very, very quickly. So again, I know it's not comfortable. The mask, some people are saying that it could reduce up to 80% of new cases in some instances. Is just critically important. It's a tool that protects you, protects our reopening, protects our seniors, protects everything that we are trying to do. I wear one, and I'd ask again that you wear one too.
Now, for your Licking Valley RECC outlook, it paints a mostly cloudy picture with some showers for the next day or so. specifically the rest of today and tomorrow, and then we'll see some sunshine return on your Friday. But for tonight, let's start out with 59 degrees for our low. We'll see a 30% chance of showers. Those are winding down and should be wound down by 7, 8 o'clock or so. Otherwise, just mostly cloudy. Look for some patchy fog after 3 a.m. and lingering tomorrow. But into tomorrow, we'll see that patchy fog give way to mostly cloudy skies and around 76 degrees for daytime highs. Another cooler than average middle of June day is ahead. Also, showers will factor into the forecast from the same setup we've been under, these scattered showers now for the past few days, but a 60% chance of some showers tomorrow. We're talking about very light to the tune of about 1/10 of an inch, unless you get under a thunderstorm that could develop tomorrow. Once again, a 60% chance on your Thursday, 59 again for tomorrow night's low. Then we start to crank up a little bit. The low is going to get out of here, and it's going to let some warmer air roll in, and with that, 82, mostly sunny on your Friday, a 50% chance of some showers and thunderstorms mid-afternoon, and then Saturday, the first half of your weekend, looks a little warmer still and nicer as well. 86, mostly sunny, mid-60s that night. Only a 10% chance of some showers, say after 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. So otherwise, a nice, warm, sunny weekend ahead and more for your Sunday. Look at that, 88, mostly sunny. An increased 30% chance of showers on your Thursday into Thursday night, but still a warm and mostly sunny into the weekend. So upper 80s and mostly sunny for Saturday and Sunday, and a slight chance of showers. Next week, we'll continue that pattern. Well, we'll continue the pattern of closer to the mid-80s. 84 Monday, 83 Tuesday, 84 Wednesday, mostly to partly sunny, and about a 50 to 60% chance of showers through midweek.
And that will wrap it up for tonight. I'm fearful that I will be able to get the rest of the news that I have in the rest of this week's programming. The City Council of Paintsville met. We'll be covering that as they are talking about annexing portions of Paintsville and Johnson County for that effect, or for that matter. We'll have that, and that's just one of many reports that we'll be talking about starting when I see you back here tomorrow night. I will see you tomorrow night, won't I? Thank you for watching. Good night.